Are you struggling to wake up earlier but hate feeling groggy and unmotivated? I used to feel the same way until I figured out a few tricks that actually made me love my mornings. But waking up early isn't just about getting out of bed. It's about creating more time for yourself and starting your day out on the right foot. So today I'm going to share with you 5 practical tips to wake up earlier, feel energized, and stick with it in the long term. So first up, I am fully convinced that what you do the night before dictates your morning 100%. So we want to make sure that we establish a good nighttime routine and prep for success. Now what I mean by that is lay your clothes out now for the next day. If you like to meal prep, make your overnight oats now so that you can just wake up and have them ready for you. Do those little tasks that are gonna make your morning just much easier once you wake up so you won't even have to think. And when it comes to creating that nighttime routine, here are some things that you can do. Turn your screens off at least an hour before bedtime. If you have lights in your room that you can dim them. And even better, if you have lights that you can change color, change them to red. Because red LED light can help your body produce melatonin, which is the hormone that makes you feel drowsy and regulates your sleep. It can also help reduce that grogginess that you feel in the morning. And that warm hue from the light can trick your mind into it being like a natural sunset, which is going to signal your body that it is time to slow down and go to bed. And last but not least, in this first tip, make sure you're doing some wind down activities like journaling or reading. Now we are going to the wake up process. It's hard to go from waking up at like 10 a.m. to 8 a.m. just overnight, or even 8 a.m. to 5 a.m. Start with increments and work backwards. For example, tonight you might set your alarm for 8 a.m. and tomorrow you might wake up at 7:45 a.m. and then work backwards to your desired time. Because the biggest thing we want is to turn this into a routine. So if you're really intentional with it, you'll be able to turn it into one. I'm sure you've heard this trick, but put your phone across the room or your alarm somewhere else so that you have to get up and get out of bed to turn it off. It can be super annoying, but it's gonna get you up. Next, when I go to bed, I always like to open my blinds so that when I wake up in the morning, I'm waking up to that natural light. You could even use one of those like sunrise alarm clocks where they turn on and the bright lights come in the room and it makes it feel like the sunrise. I haven't tested that out, but I kind of want to. Now this third tip is a personal game changer of mine that I use every single day. I want you to think about what it was like growing up when you had those appointments that you couldn't miss. Maybe you used to have to get up super early to go to sports tournaments, or maybe you had rehearsals for concerts that were upcoming, or maybe you would have your doctor and dentist appointments in the morning so that you could go to school later. But ultimately, it was something that you had to get up and go to because other people were counting on you. Now I want you to view yourself as the person that is counting on you. You have that appointment with yourself. Every single morning, you actively are choosing to get up and meet yourself. So view whatever you do in the morning as one of those non-negotiable appointments that you can't miss. Instead of it being that soccer game, that concert, or that doctor's appointment, no. I'm getting up because I have an appointment with myself. I'm going to take care of myself and go for a walk this morning. And personally, for me, it is not an option to miss an appointment with myself. I don't even think about what else I could be doing because this is something that I had to do for myself. This changed my whole life because I stopped giving myself the option to stay in bed and lay in bed. Test it out, try and view it like that, and it might change your life just like it changed mine. Now, the fourth tip is to give yourself some motivation in the morning. Incentivize it for you and create a routine that you are really going to like. For example, you might love a morning coffee, so use that as an incentive to get up, have that morning coffee, and I get to journal with it. Make it a non-negotiable part of your day. That way, you can't miss it, so you'll get up. Also, incorporating some form of movement right after you get up is going to revolutionize your mornings. It's gonna wake up your body, so try and do something quick like some light mobility stretching or a nice brisk walk. Simultaneously, setting a positive intention for the day is going to work wonders. You could journal when you have coffee or even meditate for a few minutes, but take at least 2 minutes to focus on the intention you want to set for your day because it'll help keep you grounded. For example, I like to journal and I'll write out things I'm grateful for and the tasks that I want to do for the day, and it helps me stay a little organized and calms my mind because I know when we first wake up, it is so easy to just get on your phone and which is something I forgot to mention, but try to avoid getting on your phone for at least the first hour of your day. It stops the noise and all the influx that is going to come in. Like, you are going to have so much stuff throughout your day that is going to be consumed via your brain, so wait. Have the morning to yourself. And last but not least, tip number 5 is stay consistent. It's really important to try and stick to your routines, especially on weekends. And I know it can be really hard because certain circumstances come up and things just happen. And that's okay, but what matters is trying to be as consistent as possible. Avoid drinking caffeine late in the afternoon so that it won't disrupt your sleep. Try your hardest to put your phone down and rid yourself of any type of distraction that is going to mess with your routine, especially your sleep. So one more time, I'm just gonna quickly recap the beginning part so that you remember what we talked about. Waking up early starts the night before. It builds up gradually, and it's so much easier when you give yourself something to look forward to in the morning. Now that you know these tips, test them out and let me know how it goes. Also, what is your biggest struggle with waking up? And do you have any more questions on this topic? Let me know in the comments because I'm here to help. And trust me when I tell you, I was never a morning girl until recently. And it changed my life. So good luck, but don't forget that you're so awesome. I'm so awesome. So subscribe and let's be awesome together.